A people search page can feel like a single creepy website, but the system behind it is a pipeline. Public records, property data, marketing lists, public social profiles, address history, phone records, and other brokers feed identity resolution systems. Those systems try to decide which records belong to the same person. The result can expose names, relatives, past addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, and associations. The Federal Trade Commission explains that people search sites are a type of data broker. They may buy data from other brokers, collect public social information, and compile government records. Cleanup is therefore not one delete button. It is an engineering loop. Discover exposures, verify the correct record, remove it at the source where possible, submit an official opt-out, reduce search visibility, confirm the result, and monitor for reappearance. The goal is risk reduction, not a promise that every public record will disappear from the internet. Start with a controlled inventory. Use a private worksheet or encrypted note. Search combinations an outsider might use: full name with city, current or old phone number, email address, usernames, and previous addresses. Review major search engines and the people search results they surface. For every true match, capture the site name, exact profile URL, exposed fields, date found, and a risk rating. Do not copy sensitive values into an insecure document. Record only enough to identify the request. Separate a source page from a search engine result. The source page hosts the information. The search engine indexes it. Removing only the result may reduce discovery, but does not delete the source. Removing only the source may still leave a stale snippet until the index refreshes. Also separate your profile from a namesake. Submitting the wrong record wastes time and could reveal new information. The decision point is, do the name, age range, relatives, city, or contact history make this record confidently yours? Opt-out flows sometimes require information to verify that the record belongs to you. That creates a second privacy boundary. Navigate from the people search site itself or verify the official domain before submitting anything. Search ads and lookalike removal services can impersonate a broker. Never send a social security number, full identity document, payment, or more personal data than the official process genuinely requires. Use a dedicated email alias for removal confirmations. Protect that mailbox with a unique password and multi-factor authentication. Save confirmation messages, request numbers, and dates. If a site requests an identity document, inspect its privacy notice and accepted alternatives. Redact fields that are not required if the process permits it. If the request looks excessive, pause and find the site's published privacy contact or applicable consumer request process. The rule is simple: verify the recipient, minimize the payload, and keep evidence. A cleanup workflow should reduce exposure, not create a fresh high-value identity file. Now walk the manual removal path. Open the broker's official opt-out or privacy page. Search for your record again inside that flow and copy the exact profile URL or record identifier. Submit the request with only the required information. Many sites send a confirmation link. The request may not begin until you click it, so check the dedicated mailbox and its spam folder. Record the completion page, ticket number, and the site's stated processing window. After that window, verify from a signed-out browser or a separate clean session. Search the site using the same identifiers that found the record. Do not rely only on a success email. Mark the request as removed, partially removed, rejected, or still pending. If the site exposes multiple duplicate profiles, each may need its own request. The FTC notes that you can opt out manually, one site at a time, or use a paid service. If you pay, evaluate coverage, reporting, and how often the service checks for reappearance. Draw 4 boxes: original source, broker copy, search index, and social repost. Each box needs a different control. If you own a public social post or profile, change its visibility or delete the information there. If a business or broker hosts the record, use its official removal or privacy request. Public government records may have separate correction or confidentiality rules and may not be removable. After the source changes, search engines can still display an old result or snippet. Google's Results About You feature can monitor for certain contact information and accept eligible removal requests. Google also makes clear that removing a search result does not remove the information from the source website. That distinction prevents false confidence. De-indexing reduces discoverability. Source removal reduces availability. If a search result remains after the source is gone or corrected, use the search engine's official personal information or outdated content process. Track that request separately from the broker opt-out. Opting out removes a current copy. It does not stop every upstream source. Review social profiles as a stranger. Hide birth date, family connections, personal email, phone number, real-time location, travel plans, and home details. Delete abandoned accounts or strip them of unnecessary information. Use separate contact points for public professional activity and private accounts. Limit app permissions, contact syncing, location sharing, and public directory listings. Avoid posting documents, badges, tickets, or photos that reveal addresses, identifiers, or predictable routines. Protect email and social accounts with unique passwords and multi-factor authentication. A compromised account can reveal far more than a broker profile and can repopulate public data. Some public records cannot be erased, and data may remain in relatives' or associates' reports. The FTC warns that information can reappear when public records change. So prevention is a pressure reduction strategy: fewer public inputs, fewer easy correlations, and fewer high-confidence matches for the next aggregation cycle. A durable program has a monitoring loop. Recheck high-risk sites and search results periodically. Quarterly is a practical starting point for many people, with more frequent checks after a move, breach, public incident, or harassment campaign. Use alerts where trustworthy services support them. Compare new results to the inventory. If a removed record returns, submit again and note the likely upstream change. Measure open requests, confirmed removals, reappearances, and high-risk fields still exposed. If exposure is connected to threats, stalking, or doxing, preserve screenshots, URLs, timestamps, messages, and account details before content changes. Report threats to the relevant platform and contact local law enforcement when safety is at risk. CISA recommends documenting what occurred and working with site administrators to remove information. If sensitive identity data may enable financial fraud, consider a credit freeze. The FTC says freezes are free, do not affect credit scores, and make it harder to open new credit accounts in your name. Privacy cleanup is not emergency response, but it should connect cleanly to one. Finish with the checklist. Inventory true matches and exact URLs. Prioritize home address, phone, personal email, relatives, location history, and identity-linked records. Use only official removal pages. Protect a dedicated confirmation mailbox and share the minimum verification data required. Submit the exact profile, complete confirmation, save the ticket, and recheck from a clean session. Remove information you control at the original source. Then request eligible search result removal or stale index refresh. Reduce future inputs by tightening social privacy, deleting unused accounts, limiting app permissions, separating public from private contact details, and securing accounts with unique passwords and multi-factor authentication. Rescan on a schedule. Expect duplicates and reappearance. Document threats before escalation and use credit freezes or identity theft recovery tools when financial identity risk is involved. Avoid the common pitfalls: paying a service without checking coverage, trusting a success email without verification, confusing search removal with source deletion, sending excessive identity documents, and promising total erasure. The outcome is not invisibility. It is a smaller, less accurate, less discoverable attack surface. Copyright 2026 CipherVibe. All rights reserved.